friends. I don't have acquaintances on Facebook. So I don't see it really as spam. The people who I'm connected to on Facebook, I think they want to hear what I'm saying. I can't fathom why, but they do. And if they don't, they defriend me, like the Fatty Crab comment happened.
You can call me Rick.
Yes.
My question is, in all those mediums, you can control who does come on, or is it just, I
Yeah.
can access
No, you-
all of you? No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I can't get onto everybody's, it's up there, your Twitter, on Twitter.
No,
You can.
If
She
it's
asked if
open,
you can automatically see each of their social networks.
You can put yourself out there or choose not to. You can protect your tweets, so people have to request to follow you, or you can just tweet away and people can follow you at their will, at their free will.
But Facebook has some very robust. Who was it? Facebook has some very robust privacy settings that can be used to control. So, for instance, when I first started using Facebook, I didn't even want people to see my picture. And then I changed my mind. I'm like, I'm not that half bad looking. So, all right, they can see me when they do a Google search. But that's all they can see. And then I've got groups where I've got guys from high school. I went to an all-boys Catholic school where I don't want them knowing the comings and goings of my everyday life today. So I have a special list that's called School Chums. And so when they friend me, they go in the School Chum bucket. And the School Chum bucket has its own... Yeah, there is a chum bucket.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, yeah.
That has its own set of privacy settings. Then I've got, different levels where people go, because it's important to me to manage that kind of stuff. It may not be to everybody, but it is to me. And so you can control, like on Twitter, if someone's following me and they turn out, because there's sometimes there are spam people that will follow you on Twitter, so you can just block them. And
Yeah.
I go through and manage the people that are following me and get rid of people who aren't contributing and stuff.
My wife's boss and I are friends on Facebook, and my wife specifically asked me to set the settings so that she can't see photographs, videos, stuff like that, because she doesn't want her boss knowing our personal business, so which is fine.
Put her in the chum bucket.
Yeah, the chum bucket.
Yes.
Actually, quickly, we were talking about what's next, and actually I think what's next, probably in the next few years, you'll probably see a lot more companies and services coming out there offering to protect you from what you've already put out there.
Yeah.
So, I know that's counterintuitive to what we're saying. We're saying try it all, but just use your head. I mean, common sense, again.
Thanks, Phil.
Yes.
So in First World, I write on my blog NJ Real Estate Wire, and it goes to, I want to know how to get it to the Twitter and to Facebook, and you said you write a blog and then it just shoots out. I love to automate things, because I write on Twitter, it goes straight to Facebook. But how do I write on my blog and have it go
What you-
6 other things?
What you have to do is go to Facebook and create a blog page. You just go down to the applications, you create your blog page. It'll even bring up a screenshot of your blog, and you have to send it out to a bunch of your friends or readers and ask them to become fans, because I think you need five people to authorize that you're the blogger of the blog, the administrator of the blog. And then once that happens, you can set their settings. I can't remember how I did it because it was a while ago, and I'm not Mr. Tech guy, but you set the settings so that it goes automatically to Twitter.
And where else does it go?
It goes on to, mine actually goes Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or maybe not LinkedIn. Maybe LinkedIn, I'm not sure. Does LinkedIn have updates?
You have to add the
do.
You have to add
Yeah.
the app.
Yeah, yeah.
But it goes to Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Plaxo.
I do the same thing. I go through. It goes to both of my blogs go through to Facebook and Twitter the same way Doug described.
And for us, we actually use a WordPress blog, and WordPress has an application that can
plugin,
make
right?
it go
Yeah.
straight to your Twitter or Facebook.
And I like Ping FM.
Yes.
It's fantastic. It's
What is it?
Ping.fm, and you just can go there and set all of your social networks up and post once and select where you want the post to go, and easy peasy lemon squeezy, it is done.
Oh, that's
Although you want to try not to spam the world with everything. I think you talked the difference between quantity and quality. Put your content where it matters. So if it's a blog, you want to probably advocate or publish that content onto Twitter to drive traffic to your blog. Video, there's plenty of people out there that throw their videos up on YouTube. While I'm not going to downplay that, no one's on YouTube doing homes for sale in New York, looking at
Really?
the 2 videos of the properties in New York. It's all about getting your content where it matters in places that are contextually relevant.
But if you put naked in the title, they'll see it.
Doug's videos
It'll
will
go to the
probably-
top.
Yes, right?
Do you ever see social media ever transcending your individual blogs and maybe being applied to brands,
Oh, yeah, totally.
like Skittles or Rock?
Totally. Absolutely.
That's a dream, but
Yeah, that's happening. I'm working with some different traditional branding agencies, bringing in social media applications for like wineries and hotels and things like that. And because people want to play around with the brands that they love. I mean, it's like it's me with Fatty Crab again. I want to be the guy that recommends stuff, and so I want to interact with the things that I love. And so for one of the wineries, we're putting together a Twitter application that's like there are things that are called tweet-ups, where they're like real-world meetups that are organized on Twitter. And so we're making them wine tweet-ups, and they're going to be branded so that they lay over the top of Twitter for the winery, so people who love the wine can have tweet-ups. So absolutely, it's ripe for picking.
I think I think
ahead,
it's a
Alec.
lot of what we were saying earlier, though. It's about a good idea and having a good product. And if you have that good product, you can put it on any social networking site, any social media platform, and it'll get picked up. For instance, my firm, we did the best job in the world. I don't know if you guys saw that in Queensland, Australia. But it was a really, really big viral PR campaign. And literally, without doing anything, every blog was talking about it. Every Twitter, people started blogs talking about it solely. So I think it's just about having that good idea, having a great architecture business, having great properties for sale, and
Like when somebody was talking negatively about your broker practices, I guess, how would that negatively affect the brand? Compared to the ways?
I'm
Well, so
sorry,
I guess
can't-
I was that guy about the brokerage brand. I mean, so from what I understand, you're asking whether social media and this blog and all this stuff can ultimately transcend the individual and go to the brand. I have a slightly contrarian view on this, which is not at all unusual, right? It's kind of to be expected by now. I've gone and unfriended every single brand on Twitter. I've stopped following every single person who uses a brand as their Twitter handle, except for Trulia, which is Rudy Bakrati. But I'm thinking about unfollowing him as well. And here's why. I actually wrote the my personal 10 commands social media, and one of them was, social media is for humans, not for non-human entities. So if we really think about social media as not Twitter, not a bunch of technologies, not a bunch of tools, but a way of relating as human beings to each other, how is it that I can't relate to Nike? I really can't. I mean, Nike's a giant fictional web of contracts between individuals, right? I can relate to Holophil. I can't relate to Welcome Mat. So I don't follow Welcome Mat, by the way. I follow Holophil. So I'm probably an extreme case, but I actually think there's something there. If social media means anything at all, the whole notion is somebody who works inside a giant faceless corporation like Microsoft gives you his perspective as a human being who works there, like Scoble, right? And that's what makes it so interesting, that the wall between corporate and the outside world drops. So when you think about how it applies to things like real estate, maybe your company's official position is now is a great time to buy or sell real estate. I don't know how that works. It's either a great time. Well, anyway, the realtor in question might say, you know what? Here's my take on it. This is my authentic, honest view on it. I can relate to that person. I can't relate to the company. And I know it's probably a little bit extreme and dramatic, but that's
No, it goes
me.
back to staying authentic.